Hey everybody, this is Jason Akers again with Green Acres Pest Control, local to Charlottesville and Lynchburg, Virginia. I coming to you today with a video about how to travel safely and keep from infesting your home with bed bugs. What spurred this video today is if we had to travel out of town, because I don't know if a lot of anybody knows who watch my channel or not, but I travel all over the state of Virginia in order to eliminate bed bugs. And actually my wife is driving right now, but we went and stayed at a hotel overnight because I had to be up first thing in the morning for a lady, and she had bed bugs in her home, and I wanted to get there before she had to go to church. It's a Sunday and I wanted to get it treated before she had to go to church. And we got to the hotel last night, and I went in, and this is first of the list. It's basically a list of do's and don'ts when traveling so that you don't infest your home with bed bugs, if you want a title for the video. And also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, subscribe to my channel so you can get more interesting videos like this in your feed. And hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I'm online. Sometimes I do live streams and things like that. And so now that all that's out of the way, pre-check your room. Now, this is the first point of things that you need to do when you get to a hotel room. And I guess the con to this, the don't, would be that you don't want to, and I've got a list here if you see me reading, just to keep myself straight here. You don't want to check in, bring in all your stuff, unload all your luggage and everything, and then go through your room and start checking it for bed bug infestation. What you do is you go around underneath your mattress, check around the box spring, check the staples where the box spring, where the fabric staples onto the bottom of the box spring. Check around all those staples, check the corners, guards of the box spring. You could even go so far as to check around the baseboards, headboard, footboard, the rails for the bed and everything. And so you want to do a thorough inspection. If you find bed bugs on your bed, demand to be moved to a different room. If it's a really busy time of the year and they don't have another room open, then get a refund and go somewhere else. It's not worth your trouble to risk bringing bed bugs home in your home. They're very expensive to get rid of, and honestly, you're better off sleeping in a rest stop, rather than infesting your home with bed bugs. And I know that's a little harsh to say. A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to have to stay in a rest area. But to tell you the honest truth, it is better than thousands of dollars to get rid of bed bugs. You don't want to have that kind of bill when you get home from your vacation. Point number 2, live out of your suitcase. Don't use the dressers in the hotel room or the house that you're staying in. Let's say you go on vacation and you're going to be there for a week or two. Say you go to Disney or something like that, like I just did. Don't live out of the dressers. Don't go in and unpack your suitcase. Say you go in and you check your bed, everything checks out all right, you don't find any bed bugs or anything like that, and so you figure, well, I could probably unload my suitcase, I'll put my my underwear in the drawer and my pants and all that stuff. You're better off living out of your suitcase, because it is possible to miss a bed bug or two. I have a family member actually that just went to Florida, and they've been living in an apartment, or kind of like a duplex style apartment, rent by owner, and found bed bugs yesterday. And they're leaving today. They're supposed to fly back home today, and so you can go your entire stay, 10, 11 days, and then find bed bugs on the very last day. So you don't want to just trust the fact that your pre-check is going to be valid. You want to, don't just live out of your suitcase. You're better off living out of your suitcase. And also that counts for roaches as well, because roaches will live in the dressers, especially in a hotel room. It's real common to find them around the dressers, around the TV stand. So, bed bugs, if bed bugs weren't even there, you don't want to bring roaches home either. So number 3, purchase traveler's insurance. And I know I'm not an insurance salesman, but that stuff is really valuable, especially if you're planning a trip, months in advance. You want to purchase traveler's insurance. It is beneficial to have it. If for some reason the hotel's not going to give you a refund, or you end up having to change your reservation and you can't go, it's good to have traveler's insurance so that you can get your money back on your room. So you want to do that. Don't check into your room. All right, this goes without saying, but let's assume that you go and you check into your room. Your pre-check comes in, you find bed bugs in the room. The hotel is not able to move you to another room because they're completely at capacity. They have no vacancies left in the building, and you don't have an ability to move. You don't have anywhere else you can go. You have to stay there. All right, so you don't want, this is a big thing, because a lot of people believe that they can just take their luggage, they can take their suitcases and stuff and sit them in the bathtub, and that the bathtub, because apparently a lot of people believe that bed bugs can't climb up a bathtub. That's not true. Bed bugs can be in a bathtub. They can live in the bathroom. I have done homes before for bed bugs and found bed bugs living around the commode. I found them living around the tub. I've seen them living around curtain rods. And so don't believe that just because you put your luggage in your bathtub that it is safe. It actually is not safe. And so if for some reason you are we're in a situation like that where you just can't move, you want to take and treat your home when you get home, and you can always take your luggage and put it in like the 30-pound garbage bags, the big black garbage bags, and seal them up, and then treat your home, and then bring your suitcases out into your home. And that way, if there are any bed bugs in your luggage, they go into a treated area, and they can't survive in a treated area. And so that's one thing you can do in that situation. But like I said, don't believe that that bathtubs are going to protect you. They're not going to protect you. And so this brings me to my 4th point, is if you have to, you ought to stay with family or friends, or that don't have bed bugs, or you could always camp. I know that sounds silly. People are like, well, I'm on vacation, I don't want to camp. Camping can be fun. I like to camp. And so my kids like to camp, I like to camp. We're camping people. We're a big camping family. But if that's not your, cup of tea, you could always stay with family. Try to stay with somebody local that doesn't have bed bugs, so you don't bring them home. And it saves you money too. You could always pay your family some money or something to, help pay for the toilet paper or whatever. Yeah. So that's one idea. If you think you might, have a problem with, and the reason brings me to my final do's is, read reviews on Google and Yelp and the Expedia, Travelocity, the different websites out there about the hotel you're going to stay at. You can do that, and don't just rely on 5-star reviews either. People get real happy and like, oh boy, I just love this place. This place is so great. Yeah, that's great that they had a good time, but read some of the 3-star reviews. Read some, 2-star reviews. I'm kind of iffy about the ones in the 5 stars, because 1 star is usually just somebody that's just complaining more than they probably should, and the 5-star reviews is just, they could be duped too. People can fake those 5-star reviews, so you don't want to necessarily go by 5 or 1 stars, but read your reviews on Google and Yelp, and just see if the place that you're going to stay, or that you're planning on staying, if they've got decent reviews, or if they've ever had problems with bed bugs. That's one way you can kind of listen to friends and family and ask around and see, I'm going to go stay at this place. Do you think it's a good place to go? Do they seem shady? Do they have any bed bugs or anything like that, you know. And if for some reason that there's nowhere you could stay, you should always stay with friends and family. I try to stay with friends and family whenever I go out of town anyway, because it's a good time, you know. You don't see family very often, especially if you have to travel out of town, and so it's not a bad idea to try that. So, and that's I guess that's just about it. It's just 5 reasons, 5 ways you could try to keep from infesting your house. I'm going over my list right now. Don't think storage luggage in your bathtub protects you. That's the one I told that one. Don't use the dressers. Don't sit your suitcases on the bed. All right, you go in, you unpack. Let's say you have 2 beds in your room. You only need to use one of the 2 beds. Don't just plop your suitcase down on the bed and live out of your suitcase right there. You know, keep it over on they make these little tables that you can unfold usually from the side of the wall. You can put your suitcase there on one of those stands. You know, don't just keep it on the bed. The bed's the last place you want to put anything of yours as far as your luggage, because the bed bugs will crawl in your luggage and you will take them home. So don't do that either. So, but that's my whole list. I hope this has been helpful. Y'all have a great day. Check me out on my website, greenacrespc.com. My last name's spelled Akers, and it's greenacrespc.com. And also, you can look me up on Facebook. If you're watching this video, I'm just going to say this now right at the end of my video. If you're watching this video and you need any help at all with eliminating bed bugs yourself, go to my website, fill out my contact form at the top of the page, put in your email address, and I'll send you some information on trying to, I try to help everybody where I can. And so I don't mind sending you some information and trying to help you if you need it. Y'all have a great day. Really appreciate it.